Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Helping Humanity Evolve. My name is Jose. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's happy and healthy. Hope you guys are meditating, connecting to source. You know we love you. We miss you. We want you to come home. You know what I'm saying? Quick shout out, man. Shout out to my subscribers. I love y'all, man. Shout out to Source. I fucking love you, God. You hear me? Shout out to my ancestors. Shout out to my angel guys, my demon guys, my spirit guys, and my archangels. I love y'all, man. You hear me? Shout out to the Galactic Federation. Shout out to the universe. Shout out to Trippy Everything. I fucking love y'all, man. So listen, man. This one's going to be shorter, right? But it's going to be worthwhile. So listen. I made some discoveries about this place, right? Right? And I just want to talk to y'all about it. Because, you know, they're gonna try to, you know, make my voice go unheard and shit, right? So look, y'all know how I be telling y'all that we are technology, right? I always say this, we are technology. And I really feel in my heart that we are advanced AI. Like human beings are advanced AI, bro. That's what we are. You understand? Y'all need to learn this and y'all need to understand this. We are not living human organisms. We are robotic, right? They just told us everything wrong. So we believe that, you know, because we bleed and shit, that, you know, it's like a car, right? You look at a car, right? A car needs oil to run. You know what I'm saying? And then you got other components in there that help the car run, right? So just like a car, our body is the same, right? Except we don't have oil, we have blood, right? And different parts of our bodies do different things. So understand, you know, your brain, your heart, your lungs, your kidneys, everything plays a part. Your intestines, everything plays a part in your car. Picture your body as a car, and you need the oil to run through it constantly, which is, you know, the blood, right? And you got to keep yourself hydrated. Let's say, you know, like in the car, you got to put the antifreeze, right? So we drink water. That's our antifreeze. We drink water. You know what I'm saying? It keeps us healthy. It keeps us going, right? So this is what we are. This is bottom line. This is what we are. And the realm that we're in, right? The world that we're in is a school, right? This is a school. Now listen to me. In this school, we don't have no teachers. You hear me? This is a school where you don't have no guidance. You don't have no teachers, right? You got to figure this shit out on your own. Right? Now, keep in mind, guys, I'm learning. And the more I learn, the more I teach, right? So I've heard other people say this, right? But I'm gonna explain it in a way that makes sense, that made sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So we are in a school. Earth is a school, right? We are spiritual beings. We are not humans. We are spiritual. You know, at our core, we are a soul, right? It doesn't matter if you got a fractal light or whatever you believe you may have. You are a soul. You understand? A lot of us are lights. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm one of the persons who came from light. So I came directly from source. And I came here to help humanity evolve. You know what I'm saying? I came here to help you guys learn about what's really going on and, you know, erase the brainwashing, basically, because they brainwashed us for so long. So, Earth is a school, right? They throw us in this school, and we got to figure out how to graduate, right? So, what I'm learning is that in order to graduate this school, you got to focus on self, right? You can't focus on anything that's outside of self. You got to focus on yourself, right? Your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. You got to get all these things under control, and you can't allow yourself to be manipulated by people, by their projections, by their thoughts, by their feelings. You know what I'm saying? Or their spell work. So you got to be strong enough to overcome all of these things, right? And establish a connection to source, right? Now, in this particular school, they taught us, you know, religion. They taught us how to pray, and they never really taught us how to connect to source. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if y'all ever watched The Matrix, you know how Neo got this dude on the phone talking to him and telling him what to do, right? So think about it like this. It's exactly the same. except there's no phone, right? Source talks to you through here. He talks to you through your mind, and he talks to you through your heart and your feelings. This is how Source talks to us and tells us what to do. So you need to establish that connection. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the only person who can do this. I need y'all to understand me when I say this. And I'm going to say this like this. I am you. Okay? Listen to what I'm telling you. I am you. Okay? We are no different. There's no difference between us other than our personalities. You understand? Other than that, we bleed the same blood. We breathe the same air. You know what I'm saying? We have brains to think. All of us have the same brains. You know what I'm saying? All of us can establish that connection that's required to get to Source, right? You have to dedicate your time, and you have to sit in silence. See, that's what they didn't teach you. You know, that's why they keep all the sirens blaring. You know, they keep all the horns blowing. They want to make as much noise as possible to ruin your focus and your concentration, right? But understand, to connect to Source, you need to sit in silence. You know what I'm saying? And establish that connection. Because once you establish that connection and you really see what it is, you can vibrate out of this realm. Like, you can really vibrate out of this realm. So look at it like this, right? A bunch of people, a bunch of souls got sent down here to go to school, and you know, somehow, some way, demonic forces were able to, you know, take over the realm with manipulation, with witchcraft, spell work. They were able to take over the realm, and everybody wants God to come rescue us, right? But God can't rescue us because he gave us free will. So to dig a little deeper on free will, you can choose, right, to live a life of light, or you can choose to live a life of darkness. Now, a lot of us, due to our education and due to us not really knowing where we're at or what the fuck's going on, we follow what we were taught. You know what I'm saying? So we follow all the rules that are, you know, that are made to keep us in line. You understand? They don't want you to believe in Source. They don't want you to know that, you know, Source exists, right? They want to disconnect you from Source, and they just want to keep utilizing your energy, right? So they made money a big thing down here, you know, and fame. They made fame a big thing down here. You know, they made a bunch of sports to keep us distracted down here, you know, and you know, there's a bunch of sins, you know, like drugs, you know, lust, you know, sex and all this. These are all things that God doesn't want you to focus on. He needs you to focus on self. He needs you to focus on growth, because the only way you're going to graduate out of this school is if you grow as a person. You understand? Now, it's not to say that because you chose to live a life of darkness that you're fucked, because as long as you can change, God forgives. You understand? But you have to genuinely change. You can't just say I'm gonna change, and you know what I'm saying? And then some of y'all gonna find out this information, and y'all gonna get mad, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever you feel, man, you know what I'm saying? But either way, you just have to know that you can change. All of us can. You understand? I'm not perfect. I never claimed to be perfect. And I have vices, just like you. You feel me? Like, I'm no different than none of y'all niggas, man. You feel me? I just found a way out, right? I found a way to overcome my vices. I overcame my addictions. I overcame all my bad habits. You feel me? I currently still smoke cigarettes. I mean, not much, you feel me? But I do, and that's not healthy for me. And I'm very much aware of this, and Source constantly tells me to stop. So, you know, Source does understand, you know, the stuff that we go through down here, and he sympathizes with us. You know what I'm saying? He's not an asshole, but at the same time, he needs you to stay focused. Excuse me. He needs you to stay focused and continue on the journey. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing my best, you know, with what I have, and trying to survive out this motherfucker, right? Basically. But as far as like this school that we're in, where there are no teachers, right? You got to look at it like every interaction that you have with another human is a lesson, right? It's just, you got to think about what can you pull out of that lesson. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did you learn? You know what I'm saying? And you got to learn how to cut people off who are not healthy for you. You know what I'm saying? that's another big thing, you know, source needs us to do is stay committed to ourselves. And if something doesn't feel right, if someone doesn't feel right, then we should distance ourselves from these kind of people, because they're not healthy people. And, you know, it's unfortunate, but some people are never going to change. You know what I'm saying? And that's not for me to judge. I'm not a judge. I always say that, right? So, you know, I sympathize with these people. You know, I have empathy, and you know, although I can wish all day that, you know, they would change, it's not my decision to make for them. You know what I'm saying? I could only wish and pray for them and move forward. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, man, you know, the people that are stuck in their ways and, you know, and you don't want to learn, then, you know, I suggest you just live your life the way you live your life, and do what you want to do. Just understand that your karma is going to get passed down to your children. You understand? And your children are going to suffer because of you. So kids, you know, if you see your parents doing dirt, make them aware that, you know, they shouldn't be doing that. And you know, they're going to fuck you over in the end, because you're going to have to live a life of misery because of their actions. Right? So what I'm learning here really quickly is I came down here to save some souls. Right? I came down here to save some souls. So I came down here basically to see if people changed, to see if people are still doing the same things, you know, or to see if people really want to come home. Because at the end of the day, you know, home is where the heart is. You know what I'm saying? Home is where the source is. That's where we're supposed to be. So I came down here to teach y'all how to get back to source, to teach y'all how to reconnect to source, to teach y'all about the reality of the world that we live in, and, you know, see who wants to come home. You know what I'm saying? So I'll pass through. I'll soup up a few souls. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be on my merry way. You feel me? Like, that's basically what it's boiling down to. But the world that we live in doesn't make it easy for us to do this, because what I'm learning here really fast is that a lot of people here are of the dark. Like the majority is of the dark. And these people put on facades. You know, they pretend like they're people of God, and they pretend to be religious. They pretend to go to church. And they do all these things. Don't get me wrong. They really know how to show out. So they really act this way and make people perceive them to be this way. But, you know, they're not really this way. And I learned this because, you know, I see and I observe. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, like I told y'all before, man, it's not my place to call everybody out, but it is my place to acknowledge, to see it, and to know it. So I have a lot of information, right? And it's not to scare nobody. I really could care less about what you're doing, who you are, what the fuck you're doing. All I really want to do is raise awareness to my people on how this realm works. So, you know, with this information, I think I could help us, you know, really put our feet down and get a hold of this realm. Because at the end of the day, I believe, I said in my last live that I don't know if we could take the realm back, right? But here's the thing, man. The realm is a school. You know what I'm saying? We were supposed to be able to come down here and create new things, you know, learn and you know, move forward. You know what I'm saying? Now, they made it very difficult for us to do this, because what's going on is they got a lot of people in poverty. They got a lot of people having kids who can't afford kids. You know what I'm saying? There's kids having kids. They kidnapping our kids. They raping our kids. You know what I'm saying? They sacrificing our kids. Like, this is what they doing. And when I say they, I don't mean like other people. What I'm saying is they, meaning they got us so fucked up that we sitting here doing spell work on each other, right? So y'all find out somebody's divine, or somebody, you know, somebody got some good energy, and real quick y'all run home and do a spell. Y'all run home and do a ritual and butt fuck each other, or whatever the fuck y'all do, in order to try to steal this person's energy. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is the realm we're in right now, and it's happening right now. So here's my thing, right? If you know how to perform magical spells, right? Why wouldn't you perform it in a way that would benefit everyone as opposed to just you? Because if you use your magic, let's just say for the sake of helping humanity, right? Don't you think your magic would be that much more powerful because you'll have the backing of God? You know what I'm saying? Like God would be like, well, he's doing spells, she's doing spells, but they're trying to help humanity. They're trying to get their land back. You know, they're slaves down there. You know, God, if we was to come together in this way, you know what I'm saying? And really, really focus our pure intentions against the real enemies. You know, the real enemy is not your neighbor. The real enemy is not your friend. It's not your cousin. It's not your sister. It's not your mother. That's not your enemy. You understand? The enemy is the people that's keeping us down here. Whoever's keeping us the fuck down here. You understand? So when I speak about that, I'm talking about governments. I'm talking about elite individuals. I'm talking about billionaires. Why we can't target these people? You understand? These are the people that need to be targeted, because these are the people who control and run everything. So we gain control of these people, we gain control of our land, right? This is the goal. You understand? This is the goal. Now, can good and evil work together? Absolutely. You understand? For a common goal, I believe good and evil can work together. Because just think about this. You're struggling to make rent. You're struggling to pay your bills. You're struggling because you can't afford your car. Whatever the situation is. But one thing you can afford is you can afford to keep putting them spells on them people. Right? You can't afford nothing else, but you could afford to keep casting them spells. Right? So, since you want to go that route, why won't you help the world? You know what I'm saying? Help us help you. Because at the end of the day, you want to be free just like we do. You don't want to live in poverty just like we don't. You understand? You want to be successful. You want to have the world at your fingertips. Now, why can't you have it? You can have it, but you got to refocus your targets, because your targets are wrong. You understand? When you targeting your children or your family members, or anyone else in general who's really, you know, just trying to make it out here just like you. When you wasting your time and energy targeting one person, bro, y'all targeting me is not going to help you. You understand? First and foremost, you cannot steal what doesn't belong to you. And I'm going to keep saying this because it's a fact. You understand? And God, when God is with you, God doesn't allow certain shit. You understand? So I'm very knowledgeable of this, and I know this for a fact. This is why I have no worries as far as people attacking me, because I already see the attacks coming. I know how to weave and dodge, you know what I'm saying, and rebuke them bitches back. You know what I'm saying? But y'all people who are fucking unintelligent or stubborn or whatever you are, right? You need to stop directing your magic at a person who really has nothing. You understand? The person really has nothing but energy, right? Now, I'm not gonna say, you know, because in time, as long as I keep working at it, I'm gonna be successful, like no matter what. So I'm not worried about this shit. You understand? I'm more worried about teaching my people about reality. So, y'all evil witches and warlocks, instead of focusing your energy on regular folk who don't really got much, why don't you focus on the people that got millions? Focus on the people that got power, because these are the people that we need to manipulate and control. Not us, nigga. I'm trying to help you. You understand? Even if you're going against me, I'm still trying to help you and your children and your family. Because just like I'm living in poverty, so are you. So are we all. You know what I'm saying? So why don't we make our focus? If there's only 100 people controlling 8 billion, think about this, man. There's only 100 people controlling 8 billion. Okay, well, just think about it. If we had 100 witches and warlocks, and that's just a low number out of 8 billion, you know what I'm saying? Just 100. If we had 100 compared to their 100, who's going to win that war? If God is riding with us. You know what I'm saying? We can't be stopped, right? But in order to do this, we need unity. Like they did in Haiti. I'm pretty sure in Haiti, when they had that war, they overlooked all their problems, all their disagreements, and they said, look, let's get our land back first, and we'll situate everything else out later. You know what I'm saying? Let's regain control of what's ours first, and then we could deal with the bullshit. Right? So why don't we do the same? Why don't we reclaim our land? reclaim our government. Let's reclaim everything that belongs to us. And let us rewrite the fucking books. Let us rewrite the laws. Let us rewrite everything and make it so that everyone's really equal. Because as of right now, it's not working out that way. Right? And nobody's really fighting for the right shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do understand people's issues with immigrants and, you know, with the welfare systems and you know, with the way this world was and it's steadily being created to go against us. Think about the chips they want to put in your hands. Think about the fact that they want to bring all these immigrants in from Mexico and put chips inside their hands so that they could be the example. Oh, look, it's working. Now we're going to try to force you to do it. Right? They got people walking around with these VR headsets now. Like, bro, you like you really think you in a different reality, bro? Like, you already inside of an illusion already, and now you're gonna put yourself in another one. Right? And they want us to keep doing that so that eventually they could just press a button, and if you don't listen to them, they press a button, boom, you're done. You're done. And guess what? They recycle your soul, bring you right back. Maybe we could raise him up differently this time. Maybe he'll listen this time. And they've been doing this to us for hundreds of thousands of years. Nobody's been fighting back because we didn't know how to fight back. And then somebody learned how to do witchcraft, and instead of using it to fight against the powers that be, they want to fight against their own people. And this is a huge problem, because why are you fighting your own people when you should be helping your own people? You understand? Now, I would understand if we was already free and people were doing spell work to hurt people or control people, and we burn them at the stake, because why are you trying to fuck with our freedom? You feel me? But if that's not the case, right, and we all oppressed, we all basically in prison, right? Why don't we refocus our anger and our hurt feelings and everything towards something that could genuinely help our planet, help our situation? It'll help our children. It'll help. Like, think about it, man. Once we regain control of this place and we could actually rewrite the laws ourselves, we could make everything work for us. You feel me? Like, there doesn't have to be money. We don't need money. We could find a way to trade. We could find a way to, you know what I'm saying? We'll figure it out. But, you know, basing everything off a piece of paper that somebody created such a long time ago that we don't even know, every time we turn around, they throwing these laws at us. Well, I got First Amendment rights, but if you say something retarded, they're gonna lock you up. So what kind of right is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, they use everything against us. We need to rewrite these laws to update everything to the current dates and times that we're living in now. Right? So I got like a minute left. Right? So I might have to stop it here, but you know, I hope you guys got something out of this message, and you know, I fucking love y'all, man. All right? Enjoy the rest of y'all day, man.